All right, so got the driving portion of my review done. Thought I'd come out here and just take a look over the Tesla. I really enjoyed the car. It was really fun to drive. I really liked the tech. These cars are wide. That thing's got a butt on it. Little fit and finish things that I think are just from being a new car, but you can kind of see, it's hard to maybe see on camera, but just the way the trunk lines up and stuff, little things I don't like, but I love the car. It's a good car. I'm just being critical, trying to kind of see both sides of the spectrum on it, but really liked it a lot more than I thought I would. It's pretty cool how it presents the handle for you when you get close to the car and kind of turns it on. Your screen comes on right when you open the door. Really cool stuff. I mean, there's no on button, which is amazing. They've done just the tech stuff they've done to it is great. Styling, not in love with the stock wheels. The lights seemed really good. The car performed really good. You can tell that they've redesigned the grille. It's kind of not the best looking front end, but I'm sure it's efficient. It probably has a good coefficient of drag. So this is the pearl white 75 non-dual motor with the full panoramic glass top. Super dirty, sorry. Not my car, and I didn't have time to go and wash it. It was fun to go supercharge it. And like I said, I don't know everything about this car. I just did a quick first drive review on it. This isn't like the i3 that I've owned for 2 years. But yeah, nice place to be. As far as interior goes, really nice. I like that it has, got some tunes on here. Nice leather wrapped dash. I like the mirror. There's really no border on the mirror, which is cool. Door panels, like, I don't know. I'm not sure if I love the style of them, but I mean, they work. They're cool. Nice leather surfaces on the panels, on the dash. Materials feel good. Wheel, I like the wheel. Yeah, it's good. You got your Mercedes stocks here. These are all from, they all stole these from Mercedes, or it was part of their deal. The car did seem pretty quiet too on the freeway. I say in my driving review that it seems a little noisy. I guess I wish it could be quieter, but I got back in my E-Class and honestly it was comparable. So they've matched the level of quietness of other cars, which is cool. Yeah, center console is nice. I know the first couple cars they didn't do a center console. This one has the 2 rear-facing seats, which is cool. Maybe I'll get back out and show those. It's got the pano sunroof, which is pretty dope. The seats, I don't know. Wasn't impressed with the seats. They're okay. I guess I just wish I feel like it's a pretty pricey car, which is funny. It is an expensive car, but then Tesla doesn't really make a whole lot of money with it. So I'm sure it's so hard for their company to like try to make things better, but then also try to make money right now. It's just tough. So I think these things will definitely get better with time. So just got to give it a little, them a little time to kind of catch up on stuff. And it was so amazing to drive this car. It was, yeah, it really does feel like the future. You know, I said the i3 feels like the future. This, I mean, this thing is, again, I still think the i3 I'd like better in my, like where I drive. Let me open the rear hatch, show you guys those. But out here, for sure, the Tesla, I totally get it. It's freaking money. So, yeah, kind of cool. You got some kids, you know, now you got a 7-passenger sedan. Got a little spot in the floor for your for your stuff. But actually, I would like a water. Definitely for kids, but I mean, still cool. Wish they had soft close doors, and a soft close gate would be cool. And I don't know if maybe that was an option or something that he didn't get, but having a gate would be cool, and having soft close. The doors kind of like didn't shut that good. I mean, they shut, but like it seems like a lot of times you don't shut them enough, like hard enough. So maybe it's just me not being used to the car, but anyways, all dirty, sorry. But glad they added the center console to these later years. And I mean, that screen, the screen and the tech is just, it's good. So I would like one of these. If I felt like they weren't going to depreciate so much, I would consider a Tesla. But they keep making them better and better every year, which is amazing. But then the old one becomes less desirable so fast that as much as I want one of these, I don't have enough disposable money to take that kind of a depreciation hit on this car. So, but it was awesome in traffic and just fun and fast and handled a lot better than I thought it would. It's still not the same as some of as like the E63 that I just got. It's not the same, but it's good. It's definitely good. It's, you know, especially on, doesn't have any special tires or anything. It's just their little all seasons and their smaller wheels. So pretty cool. Anyways, guys, hope you like my first drive review. Like I said, I'm not an expert on this car. I haven't done a ton of research on it. I just jumped in it and kind of started driving it, but I liked it. I enjoyed it a lot. Yeah, I enjoyed it, man. I get it. You know, especially if you've got longer drives. I mean, it feels like a real car. It feels like there's really very few limitations. I still like the idea of dual fuel on the i3. I think it's cool. But this thing worked for me. I went all the way to Riverside and back, which is about 150 miles from where I'm staying here in San Clemente. And I went over a canyon and, like, you know, just some fun driving. I never thought about my range. It was awesome. So anyways, yeah, so there's the inside, outside, and then we'll have the driving review, and I hope you guys like it. Please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching my videos, and if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks. What up, YouTube? All right. Door open. What door's open? All right. Fun. Doors don't shut good. Okay. Tesla. Let's do this. So, here in California, let's see here. Still trying to figure out everything on a Tesla. My brother-in-law bought this Tesla like 2 months ago. And I was here doing some other car business. And he graciously allowed me to borrow it to go pick up a car. So
in 0.1 miles at the T junction, turn right onto Central Avenue.
Let's turn that off. Boom. Oh, look, I figured out how to do it. Okay. So let's go. Boom. All right. So yeah, we're here picking up, it's my anniversary. We're on a trip to California. We picked up an E63S, which I'm also very excited to review. And you can hear it behind us, which sounds freaking amazing. And my brother-in-law let me take his Tesla for about 150 mile drive. This is a P75. It is not a D. It's just the two-wheel drive motor. You probably should have got the D, but you got the two-wheel drive. It's a little cheaper. This has their latest Autopilot stuff. And first impressions is I like it. There's some things that I don't like, but there's definitely a lot that I do like. You can tell it's a tech company. It feels like more like a tech company than a car company to me. And there's great tech in it, definitely. Really good tech. Of course, the big screen is amazing. I'll get some shots of that, throw it in here, but yeah, the big screen is nice. A little distracting, but it is nice. I also love the main cluster here too on the dash. It's great. It's nice that it's all programmable. Audi's kind of going to a lot of this style, so I think Tesla was kind of ahead of the game, definitely on that. Yeah, lots of good power. This isn't the performance model. It's the regular model, and the power's great. I think almost everybody would be happy with the power of the base model Tesla. It feels good, and just like other electric cars, any RPM, it's amazing. So let's go over the good things. Nice full Alcantara headliner, which I really like. Yeah, some of the design elements in this, like, this is my first time driving them. Like, I don't know how I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I get where they're going. It's like kind of futuristic. The wheel's nice. Don't love the look of it. Like, they tried to do their little T in here. It's kind of, I don't know. I get it. It's their style. A nice leather wrap dash. It feels good. Materials feel pretty good. Center console feels nice. Fine. I'm glad they did a center console in these. You definitely want that. I was surprised on the way out here. As quiet, the car's quiet as far as the drivetrain and stuff, but it was actually kind of a little noisy. I feel like they could do, for a car that's this expensive, I would kind of like a little more sound deadening when you're cruising. It would be nice to get a little bit more of that. I think would help this car, because it is such a great drivetrain. It is so effortless. I mean, it's got so much power. Really good regen in this car. So yeah, Tesla. If I was, like I was saying on my i3 review, if I was driving for longer distances, if I was doing more highway, I had a decent commute, this Tesla makes sense. You know, in California especially. California, you're full of superchargers, and yeah, it totally makes sense. I get it. I get why my brother-in-law bought it. He drives like a madman. He drives everywhere all day long, and the Autopilot is pretty freaking amazing. Yeah, I just engaged it. It's pretty aggressive. I like it though. It's definitely a step. I've had different levels of autonomy in other cars, and this one is really, it's advanced for sure. It's got to be the best self-driving software out there. And the fact that it's doing the steering for you too, it is amazing. You can kind of see where this is going, and I get why Tesla's pushing. That's definitely something that I think people in the future will like. Yeah, it's crazy. I can just sit here and relax in this traffic, which I'm sure they probably don't want you to do. But it does work really well. And I love the display. It shows, the sensors can see the whole array of cars around you. And it's smart how they've done their display, showing all the stuff coming up on you. And it basically, I think it's more just that you see that the sensors can see those cars, so you understand that it knows what's going on. And it is wonderful. It really is. It's I could see people buying this car purely for that feature, purely for the Autopilot. In fact, that's probably why a lot of people do buy it. So yeah, it feels like a tech company car. There's little fit and finish. There's little fit and finish issues that I don't like about it. Little things that you can tell that are just from a new car company. And I think that'll get better with time. But just the way some of the panels on the outside and stuff, how things line up and stuff, and just there's some quirkiness to it where like the design doesn't meet the functionality, I guess. It just seems like, again, it just seems like their process to implement the things they want to do is just not as refined as it needs to be. And in the future, I would guess that that'll get a lot better. But yeah, this whole time while we've been talking, the car has been driving itself, and that is freaking nuts. And the i3 does not do that. The i3 does stop and go, and it does it very well, but that is pretty crazy. And a little bit of me definitely wants that. I think the newer cars, the newer gas cars, are going to have the same level of autonomy too. But man, you can tell where they've spent some money, and it's developing this software, and it works great. They have done some amazing stuff with this. So, oh, I'm getting cut off, and it should see it, and it did see it, and there you go. Wow. Yeah, crazy. So yeah, fit and finish things I don't love. The big screen, like everybody says, freaking amazing. The dash, amazing. The panel roof is nice. I don't like the seats. I'm just gonna say it. I don't like the seats. They're just not. They're not that comfortable. Like spend some money and design like a good seat. You know, like these BMWs, AMGs, these Audis. They have an amazing seat. Give me a headrest that moves. Give me some flexibility in my seat, and give me like some bolstering. I know these are the base seats, but I feel like even the base seats, they seem very simple to me. And I think if you're spending, base car is still 85,000 bucks. So by the time you get a couple things, you're 85 grand. So I would like to see some better seats in this car. Like I said, the rest of the materials feel pretty good. Really like it, and I cannot believe I still haven't touched the wheel, gas or brake while we've been talking for the last 5 minutes, and that's like kind of blowing my mind right now. Yeah, I like it. It's fast. Even this base model is fast. I feel like it's got a lot of acceleration. I think they say this one's 0 to 60 in around 5 seconds. It feels faster than that. It feels really good. I don't like the feel of the steering. I know why it feels that way. It's got a lot of assist. It feels video gamey. So it's not really a driver's car. As far as, it is a fast car, but is it fun in a corner? And the way it feels on the handling, no. It rides well. It does ride well. So it's very smooth, rides very well. But yeah, the steering feels very artificial, and the guy coming from like an M2 or 911, like I understand it, it's a different car, but it's not super satisfying to drive in that way, if that makes sense. But it's very relaxing to drive. Like I said, my brother-in-law, he does business all over California, and it probably takes that level of stress off of him and allows him to drive his car and probably texting everybody and stuff, I don't know, but I can see how it would just take a huge level of stress off of you, and allow you to just, kind of take care of business on your way to work, really, which they probably don't want you doing either. But yeah, I do love the technology. Fit and finish, the doors they're like not shut and good. Give me soft close. Give me soft closed doors on a Tesla. You spent 85,000 bucks. Give me a soft closed door. Like the seat belts are just kind of like, they feel really chintzy. Is that weird to say? But they just, I don't know. Some of the things don't feel up to par. I've got a used E63S that would be driving home, and I'm excited to do a review on. And the quality in that Mercedes, that car was 120 grand when it was new. I bought it used for significantly less, but the quality it's a whole nother level. It's a whole nother level of quality in that car. And the technology in this car trumps the Mercedes like 10 times. So, it's definitely like different. But yeah, it's just, there's a few things that I wish, and I felt this the last time I drove a Tesla, and this was probably 2 or 3 years ago, probably 3 years ago, and I just took a quick test drive in one, and it felt fast, and but there was refinement issues in it. But yeah, I love it. So I'm kind of stuck in traffic, but I guess that's where a Tesla can kind of be nice, is stuck in traffic. I'll get some shots of the screens and kind of some of these other things. I'm trying to think of any other driving things. Yeah, handling, nah, it's okay. It's good. It's good. It's heavy. Like I said, it's a heavy car. It still accelerates good. The brakes didn't feel very good. So the regen feels awesome, but if you have to push the pedal harder than the regen and get into the brakes, I did not like the way the braking felt. The braking felt kind of like underperforming. Feels like it needs bigger brakes, and I'm kind of a snob on brakes, so I don't know. But yeah, it felt like the braking was not adequate for the weight of this vehicle. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, great tech. I need to still learn some of the tech, but yeah, I still haven't touched the wheel now, and we've been driving for 10 minutes, and that is just mind-blowing. And the fact that this is still developing, like what they haven't released, is what I'm curious about. Like, what's coming? You got to thank Tesla for that. They've really made other car companies step up their game, and that's where competition is amazing, and they're really throwing down some good competition, and I am impressed with this car. I will say that I am impressed a lot. Yeah, it's a nice car. The price is tough for me. The tech stuff helps justify the price, but I mean, an S-Class, the quality in an S-Class is like so much more. And yeah, you got to buy some gas. So I guess if you just love electrics, but I don't know, man. As much as it's so cool, man, you sit in an S-Class seat with that, and their amazing radio and just the dash, the 2 screens, like it's all cool in its own way, and you get that 100 years of refinement. I'd have a hard time buying a Tesla, I think, over an S-Class, but I don't know, maybe not. I need to try their new technology and see how their driver's assist stuff is. But this is amazing though. Wow, stop and go traffic. I haven't touched the wheel for 10 minutes, and it's just doing its thing, and it's freaking cool as heck. So I get that. I definitely get that. It's fast, it's pretty smooth, and the driver tech is freaking nuts. So great for traffic, man. You live in California, you're stuck in traffic all day. I can only imagine how nice this is. And you know, I can see people justifying the price to have this level of luxury. You know, it's like an expensive watch, I guess. It's just maybe not totally necessary, but it sure is nice. Yeah, any other things on this thing that I'm thinking of? Back seat seems adequate. The rear facing seats, they work. It's nice to have an option, but that's like kind of old station wagon-ish. I'm not sure how I feel about that, but I guess it does have a level of utility. I am curious that when these things get out of warranty, how expensive they are going to be to fix little things that go wrong with them. Yeah, I can't think of much else. Maybe I'll come back when we get onto maybe a more windy road. I'm going to take it up Highway 74 here in California, which is a nice long windy road through the mountain on my way back to San Clemente. But yeah, so those are my initial driving impressions. I've just been in town. Autopilot is on, and it is amazing. So Autopilot, I can't say anything bad about the Autopilot. It's not perfect. The one thing you do notice with it is doing a really good job of trying to keep you safe, but it's making all these little adjustments, I notice, on the freeway, and so it can get kind of a little jumpy where a human is going to be a little more smooth. But I'm being super critical when I say that, because what it's doing is freaking awesome, and the programming they've already figured out is so cool. Oh, I should have turned the nav on. Okay, yeah, so it's cool. So I'll get back to you guys here in a bit. So I like the display and how it's catching showing you all the cars around you while you're in traffic. And so you basically are getting a sense that the system is doing what it's, what it's supposed to be doing, and you can kind of trust it. It's pretty amazing, honestly. The tech stuff in this car is the cool stuff, and it's kind of like the latest iPhone, I guess. It's like the coolest car tech. You got to give them props for that. Pretty freaking awesome. Anyways, just wanted to show you how it's grabbing the cars and throwing them up on your screen, so you always know where that the system has vision of everything around you. I thought it was cool. Yeah, it's hitting this canyon with ease. Fun. But yeah, it feels heavy. Feels heavy, but fast. Yeah, feels great, man. The roll-on is it's amazing. But anyways, wanted to give you guys a little canyon run here. God, it's fun out of those corners. It is fun out of those corners. This is a pretty tight canyon, as you can see. And it just, the power delivery out of the corner is pretty epic. Oh my gosh, yeah. That's good. I get it, Tesla guys, I get it. It's a good car. It's a good car. I like the sound system. Of course, the huge screen is amazing. Yeah, I mean, I'm having a reasonably good time. It feels pretty fun. It's just that power, man. Electric power is so cool. Just like, they're cool in their own way, but yeah. That's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Oh, I don't like the braking. Once you get through the regen, I don't like the braking. It doesn't feel like it's enough. But man, it's pretty. Super impressed with the autopilot. Super impressed with the technology in the car. I think they could put a little more luxury into it and a little more refinement, and they could work on their manufacturing process to make them a little bit better fit and finish. But the cool thing about that is that they've done a good job, and they can fix those other problems. So if Tesla's smart, they'll listen to the people that drive them, and they'll fix the quality control issues. And like the seats, I don't like. I've heard the other ones are better, but these base seats I'm not a fan of. But yeah, they can fix these issues and end up with an amazing car. The next major refresh or whatever in a Model S, I'll bet you'll see some pretty epic stuff. So yeah, I'm super proud of Tesla. They've really built an amazing car, and those other manufacturers, I know they're coming out with some cool stuff. We'll see what they bring to the market. I think that's the one thing that's going to be kind of scary for them, is they did it first, they did a good job, but Audi, Mercedes, BMW, Porsche are all coming out with like badass freaking electric cars that are going to give this car a run for its money. And I wonder if everybody's still going to buy a Tesla. They're building some cool cars. They're a couple years out, but from what I'm seeing, they're going to be pretty amazing. But wow, yeah, performance is freaking good. A little body roll there, a little rolly. Yeah, a little rolly, but good. Yeah. Oh. Electric power is just so amazing. Not having to find RPM, it's just so. It's just such a rush of power. It's just like a slingshot. It's just awesome. So yeah, guys, I like the Tesla. I think where I live and what I do on a daily basis, I'd rather have an i3. It's just so simple and easy to drive, and it's just so well designed and so lightweight. But for my brother-in-law here in California, like I said, I get it. This thing is awesome, and for what he's doing and having superchargers everywhere and being stuck in stop and go traffic with all that autonomous driving, that's pretty invaluable to a guy that's busy like he is. And wow, yeah, it's just, so yeah, I get it. I get why people like them. I like them too. Like I said, I like them. They're just expensive, and i3s are such a good value on the used market right now, and like they do, I don't know, they're great. They're great for what I do and for the price. So it just comes down to price. If price is not an object, the Tesla's the bomb. It's a great car. I would not tell anybody not to buy it, but I'm worried about resale and depreciation on a Tesla, and they're just so expensive, and depreciation kind of always goes off how much you spend, and the depreciation is gonna definitely outweigh your gas savings. So you just got to be careful if you want a Tesla. Think about the financials on it, because you can just pay for $1,000 of gas a year instead of, you know, a couple grand of gas a year, instead of depreciating $10,000 a year on your Tesla. So yeah, man, this is a great road, and this car's doing good. It's doing good. This isn't even the D model. This is just the two-wheel drive 75. Yeah, it's impressive. It really is. It's impressive. It's a good car. All right. Supercharging. What's up, man? All right, thought I'd try supercharging. Oh. Well, that's not good. The cord's too short. Looks like I'm gonna have to get a little closer. Let's try this again. Okay. First note, let's make the cords a little longer for the superchargers. All right, hopefully that will do it. All right, let's try this again. A little closer. It's opened up. Grab the supercharger. Plug it in. It's going green. We got juice. Yeah, so the cords are not super long on them, but that's pretty cool. Let's go see how much range. So we had 86 miles when we started. Let's go ahead and watch that. Fun drive on Highway 74. Really fun. I really enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would. All right. Well, there you go. Supercharging. Used it all day. Let's get some juice from my brother-in-law and see how she does. Okay. So we have an hour and 50 minutes of supercharger remaining. Just jumped to 87 miles. It's a good car. It's a good car. I like it. It's impressive. Impressive machine. Yeah, you can't drive a Tesla and not supercharge. So we'll supercharge here for 20 minutes or so. Give my brother-in-law a little bit of juice so we can go out to dinner tonight and do our thing. But yeah, Love it. This is a good time to see the beautiful screen and the driver's screen there. Did a good job, you know. On this part of the car, definitely it's amazing. This stuff is incredible. Just don't like those seats though. I don't know what it is. I'm being stupid, but yeah. Seats aren't amazing. 89, yeah, it's cruising up. I mean, it's going fast.